Hello, good morning, guys. Am I audible? Yeah, we'll wait for three or 4 minutes. Let join other people. Hello. Yeah. Hi, Al. Good morning. Yeah. Am I audible and is my screen visible? Can you please respond in chat box? Hello. Hello. Can anybody respond in chat box? Yeah, I think now enable chat box. You can now respond in chat. Hello, Iqbal. You can unmute and can you please respond?
Yes, sir. Hello.
Yeah. Okay. Is chat box
Chat
enabled?
is showing. No, it is just showing disabled. Still, it is disabled, sir.
Sorry, I didn't get you.
Chat is disabled. We are not able to send any message
Chat is
through chat.
disabled. Okay.
Yes, disabled.
Okay. I'll look into that. You're able to see my screen, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Welcome to Logic Lab, Logic Labs Technologies. Welcome to Microsoft as their Administrator Associate Training. A brief intro about myself. I'm myself Murli Krishna, and I have total 16 years of experience in IT. And from past 6 years, I'm working in Azure and cloud, and I'm working as a senior Azure DevOps engineer in one of the topmost MNC. And mainly this course, just give me a minute. Yeah? Hello, yeah, sorry for. And this course will be in, I'll cover this course in 6 weeks and from timings 8 to 9 a.m. Which will start today. And it is from Monday to Friday. It will be 1 hour session. And you can note down these details of Logic Labs Technologies. You can contact if you have any questions from the support team. They'll clear your doubts. Yeah, this is the WhatsApp group invite option. Invite URL. I'll share this in chat window. Okay. Before we start, if you have any questions, please raise your hand. And if you have no questions, please don't raise your hand because time is very precious for all of us. If you have any questions, you can raise your hands. Hello, Iqbal, you can unmute him.
Yes.
Yes, please. Do you have any question?
No, I don't have any questions. No.
Okay. Naidu, you can unmute. Hello, Pratap, you can unmute.
Hello, Murli.
Hello, yeah, Pratap.
Yeah, actually, chat is disabled mode. That's why I will raise a hand.
I've enabled. Still, it is in disabled mode.
No. Previously, that's why I will raise.
Okay, fine. Adarsh, you can unmute.
Nothing, Murli, the same thing. Chat was disabled, so I raised my hand.
Okay, fine. Funny Raghavendra.
Good morning, Murli.
Yeah, good morning.
So, Murli, I just want to understand what are the topics which you are covering and what are the topics that are covered from Anand. What is the course content difference from Ankit and yours?
I'll go through the course content.
Okay. And apart from that, what would be the prospects from Azure admin when compared to AWS admin?
Azure admin is 7,000.
Okay.
I'll go through the course content.
Okay, just let me know what is the difference and what are the topics that are from Ankit and yours that vary. Okay. Thank you.
Sorry, I didn't get you.
No, I'm asking what topics are included in your course and the topics are not there in Ankit course.
Not covered in?
No, see, I heard that some course variation is there from your course and Ankit course. So what are those topics difference? I just want to understand.
Ankit course.
Ankit Narula.
Okay. I'm not sure about that, Funny.
No, maybe you can check with your support team and you can update me. That's fine.
Yeah, fine. Maybe I'll let you know by tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah, this is a course content, and we have total 9 modules in this course. Azure Administrator Associate. And first module is Introduction to Cloud Computing and Azure. And in this module, we'll cover the topics, basic cloud computing concepts, and what was the main disadvantages or main challenges we were facing before cloud computing came into picture, and how we are solving those problems and issues after the cloud computing came into picture, and what is Microsoft Azure, and how to create the Microsoft Azure account, and what are the services for Azure, Microsoft Azure, and what are the different ways we can access the Microsoft Azure account. Once after we creating the account, how we can access the Azure portal, and what are the different types of accessing it. And next is module 2, introduction to ARM, Azure Resource Manager, and Azure Storage. And in this, main topics are subscriptions and Resource Manager, and managing Azure resources using ARM, introduction to a storage account, and creating different types of storage accounts, and blob storage, file storage, and creating a file share, and connecting that to both Windows and Linux platforms. And I can say the third module is extension for a second. I mean, complete picture in complete deep dive into Azure storage. Remaining storage types, I mean, table storage, queue storage, and what are the different ways we can access our storage account once we created in our Azure portal, and complete hands-on of these all the storage account types, and Azure SAS creation, and accessing the resources in one particular storage account. And one important topic is Azure storage replication, and what are the different types of replications our Azure is allowing, and what are the advantages of using that storage replication, and Azure backup, and how can we take the backup of VMs and our storage accounts. And one more topic is Azure CDN, Content Delivery Network, and complete hands-on of that CDN. And here comes the one important topic, Azure Virtual Machine, which is heart of our Azure. I mean, without virtual machine, we can't do anything. And what are the different types of virtual machines, and creating Linux and Windows machines and accessing them. And for Linux machine, we have different methods using which we can access, and hands-on of accessing two virtual machines. I mean, Linux and Windows, and data disks. What are the data disks in virtual machines? How important these data disks plays in virtual machines, and what are virtual machine scale set and availability sets, and complete hands-on of virtual machines in this module. And one more module is of virtual machines only. And basically, what are the custom images? How we can create the custom images, and what are the different options to create the custom image from virtual machine, and backing up a virtual machines, and restoring that backup, which we take backup from virtual machines, and creating the new virtual machines from the backup, and Azure Site Recovery. In module 6, this is a very important topic, Azure networking. What are the different types of networks? I mean, networking concepts, and VNet, subnet, and VNet peering, VPN gateway, VNet gateway, IP addresses, and how to allocate the IP addresses to our network. I mean, VNet, subnet, and creating the DNS, and sending DNS to our networks. How to do that, and these are the different topics available in our network. That's why I created 2 modules for networking. This is a vast topic, like virtual machines. And what are the different types of important topics in Azure networking. I mean, load balancer, application gateway, front door, and traffic manager. We will cover the hands-on, complete hands-on of these all the services in Azure. And 8th module is it's nothing but Active Directory and what is access management, how we can manage the users, and how can we assign the custom roles to the users, and what are the tenants and domains in Azure AD, and what are the services corresponding to the tenants and domains. And we will discuss about multi-factor authentication and the role-based access control. And all these topics will be covered in AD, authentication and authorization of the users. And last topic is Azure Monitor. Using Azure Monitor, how can we track the logs, metrics, and log analytics, and what we can monitor, and how can we create these monitoring alerts or the metrics for all of our Azure services, which we will be discussing. And this is about my course content, which I will be covering. As I said, this will be 40 hours course totally, and it will take around 6 to 7 weeks. That is max. Weekly 5 hours. One second. Yeah, let me start the module 1. Any questions before we start?
Nothing from my end.
Yeah, I have a question. Like, is this session which has been running out? Is it a demo session, or it's the actual sessions getting started?
Yes, Shiva. I mean, 5 demo sessions will be there. I mean, from next week we will allow only registered participants.
Okay, so for another 5 days, it would be a demo session, right?
Yes, from today to Friday.
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
So, and apart from this modules, like, do we also have content covering the ADF and Databricks, or only the one which is added in the content?
Only this content, Shiva. I mean, that is completely different. Right? I mean, that comes under data engineering.
Okay, it's more on the administration side here. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, Naidu, you can unmute. Hello? Naidu?
Hello.
Hello?
Murali.
Yes.
Murali, is this training enough for 5 years experience to get the job?
Yes, Naidu. I mean, after this course, you can keep 2 to 3 years this Azure.
Okay, Murali.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, okay. We'll start with module 1. This would be agenda for module 1. Basically, divided into 6 topics. The first one is introduction to cloud computing. As said in the course content, we'll cover the basic concepts of cloud computing. What are the challenges before cloud computing, and how we are achieving those challenges or issues using cloud computing, and what is Microsoft Azure, and how we can create the Microsoft account, and what are the different types of Microsoft Azure services. And next comes Azure portal. And we will have 1 month trial account for which is Azure, which we can use for our practice. And we'll go through in detail how to create that account. And if possible, I'll share you the document also. And 5th and 6th, as I said, these are the different ways to access the Azure portal, Azure CLI and Azure PowerShell. Yeah, this would be agenda for module 1. Yeah, basically, before cloud computing means how one, for example, if we want to develop an application, what are the different things we need? Any idea? Anyone? You can raise your hand. What are the different things we need to buy, or we need to configure? Yeah, I mean, for example, if we want to develop and deploy one application into production, or I mean, in a public domain, if we want to deploy our application to public domain, first things we need to invest some money for buying infrastructure and networking. In networking, particularly routes, switches, and we need to have one data center for maintaining all those things, and operating systems, and we need to have different teams to incorporate all these things. I mean, once the infrastructure is ready, I mean, all the softwares, all the things need to be installed by IT team, and after that we need to launch the applications. It is only which I said was only for one environment. I mean, we have different environments in our projects, dev stage, UAT, and production. This setup will be for only one environment, but this setup should be configured for all the environments which we are which are there in our environment. I mean, this would be very hectic and very cost effective to buy the servers and all these maintenance costs. And after that, once we deployed application, and once it went to live, and after that, for example, all the users will definitely for any applications, users will simply growing on a day-by-day basis, depending on the application performance. And to deal with increase in the users, we need to buy some more databases or some more database servers to handle the load. Otherwise, our systems or servers will crash. What is the main point in this slide is by popularity. I mean, that 1 second, guys. Sorry for that, yes. Yeah, I mean, depending on the our users count, we need to buy more servers. And this slide, because of the overload which was there due to the popularity of our application, our servers may crash. Once that is once servers are crashed, we need separate team to fix those broken servers. We need to hire some maintenance team, and again we need to fix those broken servers. And we need to check all the functionalities, all the servers, again, each and everything in our infra. We need to check and we need to fix all the things. And we need to have separate maintenance team for that. That is again cost effective. And this is another one scenario. Depends on the traffic. For example, generally we will shop in the Amazon sites, right? Online shopping. Whenever one sale is there, definitely users or user traffic will be more, right? And after that, when that sale ends, by default, the users traffic will be less. So again, that should be cost effective. Why? Because we bought all the servers and we get in place in all the infrastructure, networking, storage, and our virtual machines, our servers, everything is in place. And all of a sudden, if user traffic is dropped down, that should be, that will be waste of cost, right? So cost and billing and resource, our billing of the resources, and all is waste, and it will be very cost effective. These are the main issues in before cloud computing came into picture. Scalability, as I discussed, we need to increase the hardware, or decrease the hardware depending on the demand of our application and the cost. We need to buy software and hardware and all the infrastructure. Whenever there is a high traffic, there should be high maintenance costs, and server maintenance also. Server maintenance will be very hectic for us. And why? Because the servers need to be managed and monitored continuously, and separate staff should be there to maintain those servers. And if anything goes wrong, any natural calamities, if anything goes wrong, data recovery would be very time consuming before cloud computing, and it required a very high budget and resources to recover the lost data. So all these issues are challenges. I can say challenges. We can easily come across. We can easily solve in cloud computing. Once cloud computing came into picture, these all issues were solved easily. Why? Because without any maintenance staff or anything, we can easily manage all the things. ARM templates, Naidu, yeah. Yeah, we'll come later. We have topic for that. We'll come later. Yeah, basically, what is cloud computing? Cloud computing is the delivery of computing services and such as servers, storage, databases, all the metrics, analytics, and networking, And I mean, accessing these all the resources over the internet connection is sufficient to access all the resources. Once we deployed all the services in cloud computing, we can easily access them from anywhere in the world using this cloud computing. As I said in the previous slides, we can create our own resources, our own services in our Azure, and in the world. And we have cloud computing. We by using cloud computing, we can access all the services, and we can create all the services on a pay-as-you-go model via the internet. I mean, for whatever the usage of our resources which were created, we need to pay for that particular usage only. That is what pay-as-you-go model. That is a very good option in the Azure or any cloud provider. We need to pay for our particular usage only. I mean, for weekly, we have our servers usage would be around 80 hours or 70 hours uptime. Then we need to pay for that uptime only. We don't need to pay anything extra for whatever the usage of our services. For example, virtual machines or storage, any service. I mean, for example, networking services, load balancer, or traffic controller, anything we need to pay for that particular usage only. Any question, Shiva?
No.
Okay, moving on. These are the features of different features of cloud computing. As I said, work from anywhere. We will get to know all the details moving forward. If I say all the things right now, you'll get confused. Work from anywhere, flexibility, availability, and the availability is main important thing in our IT industry. High availability and on-demand self-service, and it is more economical when compared to our traditional systems and traditional approach. And automation is one of the main thing in these days. And these are the different features of cloud computing. And we have different cloud models available in all our cloud providers. I mean, anything Azure or AWS. And there are two types of cloud models: service models and deployment models. And yeah, we'll discuss more on this. Service models are of three types: infrastructure as a service, IaaS, and platform as a service, PaaS, PaaS, software as a service, SaaS, SaaS. Mainly this IaaS, we can call it as IaaS, and IaaS service we don't have full access to our service. I mean, in this IaaS, we can have the basic infrastructure. I mean, we cannot install or we cannot update anything in our servers. Just we can create and use it. That's it. We don't have full access to those servers to install OS or to install OS patches. Yeah, like that we don't have full access. And coming to PaaS service, in this PaaS service, as opposed to infrastructure as a service, we will have full access. We do not get access to server. I'm sorry for that. In an IaaS only, we will have full access to the servers. I mean, we can install our OS updates. We will have control over OS, and we need to manage the OS. And in platform as a service, by adding to the servers, we don't have complete access to whole servers. I mean, we'll get some pre-configured servers, and all the OS patches or OS will be mainly OS will be managed by Microsoft only. Microsoft will manage our OS, and we don't need to bother about our OS patches or security patches, and all the things will be managed by Microsoft only. Then while coming to software as a service, we need to manage only data. Our data should be should be good in good manners while creating applications. All the other things will be managed by Microsoft only. I mean, just we can install the software, and we can use it without anything, without any installations or anything. Best example for this SAS is our Microsoft 365 applications. I mean, Microsoft Outlook or Microsoft Teams. Simply we can install and use them. We don't need to do anything. This is about software as a service. And, while coming to the differences between these three service models which we discussed, by looking at this picture, we'll get the clear idea. In infrastructure as a service, see, as you see, compute means compute and networking storage should be maintained by our cloud provider, and the rest of the things we will need to manage. Virtual machines, or operating system, runtime applications or access. Yeah, as I said, see here, you can see operating system and virtual machines, complete control will be there by Microsoft, and they'll manage all the things. I mean, operating system and runtime virtual machine also. I mean, by taking control of the operating system, we don't need to bother about the OS changes or OS updates and any security patches. And as I said, in this software as a service, here applications also will be managed by Microsoft only. I mean, we need to take care about our data and access permissions. I mean, to access the applications, data is more important, right? The data should be in good way and good manners, and our users should have access to access the application. And this is about service models. And one more thing into cloud models is deployment models, and this is also very important. And the three deployment models are there: public cloud, private cloud, and hybrid cloud. Public cloud means we can have shared access to computer services, computing services for all the users. I mean, we can access these applications or infrastructure from anywhere in the world. I mean, they will be deployed in public cloud, so that we can access the applications from anywhere in the world. And private cloud means private cloud is particular to one particular organization. I mean, for example, if you have any internal applications for our organizations, we cannot access it just like that. I mean, we need to have VPN connections to get into that client network, and we should have access. You should have access means, I mean, we need to connect to the VPN and enter into the client's network. And simple example will be public cloud means our city buses, or I mean, accessible to anyone, and anyone can take them. Anyone can use the buses. And car is owned by I mean, private persons, right? Individual persons. Now we cannot take other cars, and we can simply go just like bus. And this is the best example to differentiate between public and private clouds. And yeah, same public cloud. We can say bus is a public cloud, and private cloud will be and coming to hybrid cloud is a combination of both private cloud and public cloud, and mostly all of the organizations nowadays using this hybrid cloud only. And I can give the best example, and almost all the product-based companies and now service-based companies also using this hybrid cloud only. And the best example I can say, when we take Amazon, in Amazon will have a public facing applications, right? I mean, internet facing applications, which are Amazon and I mean, Amazon Prime, AWS console is also there. That is deployed in AWS cloud, and all the other applications which are public facing are public cloud based applications, and private cloud based applications means internal facing applications. I mean, Amazon will have their own LMS system. I mean, leave management system, their time cards to manage their time cards and their HR system. They'll have internal applications, right? No, those will be deployed into their private cloud, not public cloud. And all the outsiders should not access their internal applications, right? That is the best example I can give for hybrid cloud. And these are the three types of deployment models. Yeah. Okay. Yes. Today is first day, right? We'll stop here. You can raise your questions if you have any questions, please. Any questions? Okay, if you don't have any questions, we can wind up the session for today. We'll meet tomorrow. Thank you, guys. Have a good day. Yeah, Naidu.
Hello.
Hello. Yeah, Naidu. Please go ahead.
Murli, I am working as a storage administrator. I have totally 7 years of experience. I want to move to cloud, Azure cloud. How many years of experience can I put in my resume after this completion of course?
I mean, you can usually put for 3 to 4 years, Naidu. You're already experienced, right? Yeah.
Yes.
And what it is exactly storage admin means?
Storage, EMC storage and NetApp.
Okay. Yeah. 4 years
EMC
you
Power
can-
Max.
Naidu.
Okay. Thank you, Murli.
Yeah, okay.
See you.
Yeah, thank you. See you.